Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Julius, and Caiden,
What's
and we're
going on?
back with another episode of the Misfortune Podcast.
Wild times.
I think it's cool that we're recording this now, so it's kind of like dated.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
this is an archive of the time.
Yeah, this is what happened.
We're making history right
We're the
here.
survivors. It's like week 3 or something like that. No, it's
Yeah.
further than that, but
Well, hey, at least it's week 3 and not day 3,700. You know.
that's true.
You know what
Very
I'm saying?
true. Yeah.
Let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Dr. Stone
Yes, we watched.
is about soap.
It is. The Dr. Stone is soap.
It literally is. When they dropped the title, I was like, oh, it's
Hey,
soap.
Title card. That's the end of the show. They made soap.
Insert generic. Don't drop the soap joke.
Yes. Yeah, so we watched Dr. Stone. I watched it on recommendation from one of my friends, and then I recommended it to Julius, and he watched it. And
I knew about this. I knew about this when it came out. I've
been hearing about it for a while.
I knew the general concept. To me, it didn't look like an exceptional anime. To me,
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that's just based off of visuals. I like Senku's design, but other than that, I was like, maybe one day I'll watch it in 5 years or something.
Yep.
But no, I actually ended up really liking it.
It was very good, in my opinion.
The whole thing is just a very fun, like, journey, right?
It's very feel good.
It's completely feel good, and it's like it makes you feel good about like, oh, science is the fucking best, dude. I fucking love science. We're gonna build civilization with science alone, and it's like, yes.
The villain Tsukasa isn't even really. I mean, obviously he's still the villain because you have to have some sort of like conflict.
Yeah.
Other than like we can't make.
Can I say that he's fucking stupid?
Who's Tsukasa?
Yeah, his fucking ideology is so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it is pretty. It is pretty stupid.
Young people are the pure ones. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
no, that's not true.
It's okay. You got beat as a kid, I guess. So it's okay for you to have these feelings, but
right. It's not even only young people. It's like only massive like guys who work out every day.
Units.
You know? Yeah, absolute units. So the only people allowed in this world. Fuck you if you're not.
Not twigs, as Magma calls them.
Right.
I just have to say, Tsukasa's fucking intro. Holy shit! He literally.
What do you mean his intro? Oh, with the tiger.
Beats the shit out of a lion.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how do you have a better intro than that? You beat the shit out of a lion. You win the game.
I don't understand, like, what his importance was before he, like, because Tsukasa knew about him, and Senku knew about Tsukasa, and he made it sound like Tsukasa went to his school, but is his whole gimmick just he's strong and he's in high school? Because his name is the strongest primate high schooler.
Yeah,
right?
I don't understand why they call him a fucking primate. Like, maybe because like primates is an umbrella term for like he's even stronger than a fucking gorilla. Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
dude, he pulls off some insane shit. Like,
he does.
Sure he like throws a fucking spear at a bird or some shit, and he kills it, and he like wrangles a boar, and I'm like, that man
has played some Call of Duty in his day.
He's a gamer.
Speaking of Call of Duty, I really like. So obviously this is recent. I think it aired for sure in 2019. I think in later.
It was summer 2019. I remember.
Okay. But there's a lot of references made. Like I remember Senku made a Monster Hunter reference.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Like, apparently this is set a little bit in, or where when they got petrified, that was like a little later from now, like 2030 something. Because when you add it all up and I forgot. They said something that implied that it was set in 2039.
Okay.
So that was interesting. So I just want to say, I really do like the concept. Like, the concept alone drove the first episode for me.
It's interesting, yeah.
As soon as fucking Taiju walked into the classroom, was like, I'm gonna go confess my love to this girl. It's like, oh.
It just starts.
Oh, no. No, yeah, it's straight to the point. Like, these people get
thrown in.
petrified. There's not a lot of filler.
Most of the time, I don't like that, but in this, I didn't mind at all. It worked for me.
Fucking throws you right in. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, and the weird thing is the entry character for the show is Taiju and not Senku.
Right. So that's
I feel like you can, if you don't watch the intro, you can almost you almost I would understand someone thinking Taiju is the main character.
So I actually, for like half the time before you meet Chrome, I thought that Chrome in the intro was Taiju.
Oh yeah.
But that's one issue. One of two issues that I have with the show is that I think Taiju and Yuzuriha, I think that they're sort of thrown away. Like, obviously, I understand that they're going to be spies, but I feel like they
and they're probably going to come back next season.
Oh, they're most definitely I
so
feel like they probably should have gotten a little bit more screen time. That's all.
I think they're going to in the future, but here's my thing. I feel like Taiju isn't that deep of a character unless you add something else to his backstory or something. He's kind of just, I'm the strong, dumb boy. Although I love the shit where he's like, I'll never hit anyone, I'll only defend. That shit's good. Taiju, I feel like if you could do something with this character, that might add a little bit of depth. But honestly, Yuzuriha is just like kind of a blank slate to me.
Sort of just there.
She's sort of there to be his love interest.
Right.
I like the whole conceit of him waiting thousands and thousands of years to finally confess his love to her.
Yes.
But she just kind of ends up being there. So I think it was actually perfect that Taiju is the entry character because he is the more emotional hook, where it's like,
right, wow, yeah.
Whereas
Senku's just like, fuck it, we're here.
He's kind of like he's not really like he's kind of unsympathetic when you first meet him.
Yes. When I first met him, I thought he was an asshole. Yeah.
He's the thing is, I don't feel like he's gonna go through an arc. I don't feel like he's gonna change. I feel like he's more a vehicle for us to affect the world around him, not like anyone else affect him. Maybe that'll change, but he's kind of just like amazing scientist guy right now. His only really weakness is like, I guess he's not very strong.
Yes. Even though he ends up winning the grand bout.
Yeah, which that arc
I thought was very funny. That he was the one who ended up winning.
I mean, yes. But that would make sense though. I mean, how else do you advance the kingdom of science without him being in some position of power?
Which one thing that I didn't really like was that like a lot of the time he was made out to be like this. All he really wanted was like just to control the kingdom, village, wherever.
Yeah,
but like he ended up doing that, but like they made him out to be like to have his own like evil intentions. But it seemed like he was in the end when he actually like was the ruler or the king or whatever of the village, he like ended up having a very good effect on them.
No, yeah, absolutely. But I feel like the only reason he acts that way and he acts so like conniving and he's like, I'm gonna take over this fucking village is because like he's pretty sure he knows. I'm pretty sure he knows that like the science will fucking advance this village and it will make it so that everything's better. Like even the previous fucking tribe leader was like, yeah, dude, you're making this village way fucking better with science. And he's like, yeah, it's because it's fucking science.
Yeah, you idiot.
I did like the whole first section with him and Taiju. I did like that whole first part. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I thought whenever he got killed, whenever Senku got killed,
yeah,
I thought it was a pretty good excuse.
You sort of know though that like he's not gonna die.
He's not gonna fucking. He's in the intro. Which, by the way, I want to talk about the fucking openings and endings. So, what do you think of? What do you think of the first? Okay, let's talk about the opening first. What do you think of the first opening? I think the first one grew on me.
The first one, yes. So both of them actually grew. So the first one, I watched it, and at first I was like, I don't like this very much. And then I came to
mainly because of the guy's voice. I didn't like his voice very much.
Yeah, and then I came to be like, yeah, this is pretty good.
Okay, yeah,
and then I was like, this is one of the best anime openings I've ever heard. Because, I haven't seen very many. And then I got to the second one. So. The visuals are most definitely very good.
The second one is very good, too.
Then I got to the second one. So, the second one, originally, it was like, there's no way. Good Morning World beats this. I found that the name of it is, it's Primary Colors.
Okay, I was wondering what the name
in English.
Was.
It's Primary Colors. And so, after a while, I came to realize, like, this song's a fucking banger.
Oh, yeah.
And so really I actually added the second opening to my playlist. And it's...
You know what it kind of reminded me of? Sometimes it kind of reminded me of Chase.
Yeah. No,
weirdly,
I know
there were some like instrumental parts, and I was like, this is kind of like Chase.
I think it might be in like the same key or something.
Probably. No, I really like the second opening too. Everything goes up in quality and like the visuals and shit and all that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What I think the endings are better than the openings.
Dude, okay, so
the first ending.
The first ending's a banger,
dude.
The first
I added that shit to my playlist. Like the third time I heard it, I was like,
the first ending goes hard. I didn't like the second one as much, but it's still like
the second one still good. My heartstrings.
Yeah, it's still very good. It's one of those like, the sadder ones, which I want to talk a little bit more about that because there's a new show that I had.
But dude, yeah, the first ending is a fucking banger. The rap part, you gotta have the gratuitous English in there. Just the random, I am burning like a fire gone wild.
Yes, of course. As
and
is
like the beat
with
and
any
the guitar,
Japanese rap. Yes.
Everything about it is just really good.
The acoustic guitar at the beginning, that was good.
And it's really satisfying to listen to that part on headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the openings and endings are really fucking good. I want to ask, who was your favorite character?
In all honesty, it's really like, I know this might sound pretty basic, but I really like Senku, obviously, because he's like the main character and like
fucking great.
Either Senku or Chrome to me, because Chrome was sort of like, even though he was most definitely like the comic relief of, after Taiju left, I think he still actually brought like a lot to the story, and I wish they would have elaborated a little bit more on how he and Ruri had a thing going.
No. We just need to flash back to them talking in a meadow. That's such a trope. I've seen that.
Except for him
just
that
being shit so many times. Yeah, he gets
and just like, no, it's never gonna happen.
It's like, wait, bitch, you had a chance to fucking tell her your feelings, and instead you were like, "Science, fucking awesome."
Yeah.
But, I do like Chrome though. He's a very good character.
Yeah, Chrome, he's funny, but also he brings a lot to the table.
I like the idea that Senku's defeater for Tsukasa's ideology is, dude, there's always gonna be weird fucking people out there looking for rocks and shit. So like, you're not gonna ever destroy science. That's.
I love how that was like one of the foundations of all the ideologies of the Kingdom of Science is that we're just gonna go out and look for fucking rocks.
We're gonna look for fucking rocks, and we're gonna make shit happen. Because I mean, Chrome is, well, he doesn't know anything like the formulas and shit. Like he has an intuition about these things. If he throws this one thing in there, it's gonna react this way. And
yeah, right.
My favorite character, honestly, the first episode he showed up, I didn't like him very much. I fucking love Gen.
Gen was good.
Awesome
character. I feel the same with you. I didn't like Gen at first. Like, started growing. One thing that I didn't even notice, like, one episode, I was just like, oh wait, he does that. He just uses Pig Latin. Just like, just out of nowhere, he just uses Pig Latin, and I never noticed that.
I just love the mind games he plays, because some episodes you're like, oh, is he fucking?
Is he bad? Is he good?
Yeah. We don't know, and that's the thing. Like, it started out, and I didn't really like it to where it's like, I'm only gonna do shit that benefits myself, and like, I mean, that's a good character, I guess, but like, I don't like that as much. So when he was geeking out, whatever, Senku made him that Coke, I was like, all right, I like this guy.
I think Gen probably had like, either had or was involved in some of the most wholesome moments.
Dude, the fucking telescope scene, holy shit.
Yeah, like, dude, that pulled on your heartstring. That was very good. That scene, and then the one where the one where Senku and Ruri find out that all the rules or the stories were originally from his dad and all the other astronauts.
That was so cool. That was so cool when I found that out, because as that storyline was revealing itself, I was like, oh, that makes so much fucking sense.
Yeah, exactly, because it's definitely intentional how it's like sort of left a mystery.
Yeah, because at first I was like, oh, we have to try and beat that boss again. Not right now. I have stuff to do. Playing fucking Sonic Forces and trying to fucking beat the final.
That game's good, dude. Sonic Forces is awesome.
It's fun. I like it.
Good.
Anyways, what was I gonna fucking say?
When they made the rules.
Oh yeah.
The stories.
Yeah. So when they showed up to the village, I was like, oh, these people just got out somehow.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't write a mental note to myself that they didn't have cracks like on their faces. I didn't notice that, so that kind of went over my head. But I was kind of just like, oh, it's just kind of a village. That's kind of generic and weird, but whatever. But that was so cool how they tied it back into his dad.
And they were the ones who were like the founding fathers.
Yeah, that was so fucking good.
One other thing that I thought was very cool, sort of along those same lines, is how Senku finds the or not Senku, but everybody, they find the glass record.
Yeah, oh, that shit was really cool.
And like the second to last episode, and they figure out how to play it. I actually,
that was the last
one. Watching that. Oh, was that?
Yeah.
When I was watching that, I really wanted to know, like, does this actually work? Like, could I do this if I made this at my house?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, could you conceivably do this?
Could I talk into like a funnel of some sort?
Yeah.
And have a needle on the end of it. It's pointed towards like just some solid object. And could I, in theory, create a record player or a record?
I'm sure it's probably a lot more fucking complicated than that. Oh yeah, but still, I mean, that was pretty cool. What's up?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say how I was kind of fucking bummed out that they're saving the fucking Stone Wars for next season. I was getting hyped before, like 3 episodes before. I was like, they're gonna go fucking fight that bitch, and they're gonna fucking. And it's like, no.
I fully expected them to like show at least some fighting between Senku and Tsukasa. I mean, I guess they did, but like no real direct contacts. Yeah. Really.
Dude, I'm excited for the fucking point in the series where they're just gonna have fucking gats. And they're fucking
exactly. They're just gonna have like a trench war going.
Yeah, that would be so. Yeah.
Well, the issue with me was that, so I forget where I found this or something. But you know how if you're watching an anime or a show in general, and you get really into it, and you sort of look it up, and sometimes you'll look up like your favorite character, and it'll say death or whatever.
Death. I fucking hate that shit.
So that happened to me with Asuka, I think, when I was watching Evangelion.
Yeah.
But I was looking it up, and I think I found this on some Reddit page, and I took this, like, I thought this was true, but I saw something about how Tsukasa and Senku team up when I need to talk about this guy, but what's Tsukasa's like right hand man? What's that guy's name? Hyoga. Apparently, I read something on like Reddit where Tsukasa and Senku team up because like Ryoga goes rogue or something, or Hyoga goes rogue.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's the thing, because Tsukasa and Senku they actually respect each other.
Yeah.
So like I could see that.
I could see that happening at some point. But with Hyoga, I figured you'd like this. Hyoga in the dub is voiced by the same guy who voices Kaoru in the Netflix dub for Evangelion. Shit. Yeah. So a little nod to that. And also my favorite voice actor, or one of them at least, Ryosuke Takahashi. He's back, baby. He's in every single anime I've ever watched. Another one. But yeah, he plays Magma. So yeah,
dude. Can I just say that on a very low key level, Magma kind of reminded me of Dio.
Sorry, you cut out really badly there.
Sorry. Can I just say that Magma like low-key kind of reminds me of Dio.
Looks like Dio?
No, he reminds me of Dio. Like with
reminds
his face,
you of Dio.
His blonde hair, and he's fucking
sort of actually, yeah. I don't know, a little bit.
Literally also just Gaston from fucking Beauty and the Beast. He's got his fucking little crony there with him, and he's got all the
right.
Yeah, he wants to rule the fucking village. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I think originally they were making out to be sort of just like the brute. He was just like the strong man. But I sort of liked how he sort of like Senku, or maybe not like Senku, but he was just going to team up with Senku. And he sort of you find out sort of like his ideologies or his backstory, wherever you want to call it. But yeah, I think he wasn't bad. He wasn't a throwaway character like you expect him to be.
I have a few tidbits about the show that I wrote down as I was watching it. First of all, I love the fucking line where Senku just casually was like, "Oh yeah, I went to study Ebola one time."
Yeah, no, I remember. That's another reference. Yeah, he was just talking about Ebola at one point.
If only Senku could have fucking gone to study COVID.
Dude, I wonder if they're gonna bring coronavirus into season 2. That'd be so funny. That would be awesome.
Like a filler episode. It's like, oh no, it's fucking COVID, whatever year it is.
Oh, the 5G. The 5G.
No shit. Oh. Dude, my mom believes in that shit.
Are you serious? Uh-oh.
It makes me want to die. I get into big. I always get into big debates with her, but she's an anti.
I was reading something the other day, and I saw that there are more people who believe in the 5G theory with coronavirus than there are anti-vaxxers. And that's incredible.
That would make sense, because anti-vaxxers, you have to like believe a lot of shit to believe.
That's true.
With the 5G, it's just like, oh yeah, the government's evil. They probably did that to us.
But
anyways.
Yeah.
I like the line when Taiju's like, "I'm Taiju, the simple one."
Yep. Taiju, he's sort of, I like how sometimes he recognizes that he's there and he's like
fucking
made
dumb.
fun of. Yeah. He's not the smartest.
I like the guesses he makes, and it's like, it's because this and this. And Senku's like, no.
Senku's like, actually, I don't think so, pal.
Actually.
Yes.
It's our Dr. Stone, Senku, about soap.
Yes.
Because they just need fucking soap.
Yeah,
dude, I wasn't expecting them to go like immediately to fucking drugs and cell phone. I was like, holy shit, we're going fast.
Expected. Well, that's one thing that I really like about the show, is that like they actually include, I think, like all of this stuff is legitimate. I think all of the way, obviously there's probably more steps than shown.
Yeah, than just that.
I think like I really like how they explain the process of it. Yeah, no, it most definitely is. And you can definitely, I mean, I hate to be the parent whose little kid watched the show and then tried to make gunpowder in their backyard, but
yeah, like the one part they were like, dude, you can actually make a fucking bomb from this kid, so can you not? Like,
yeah. At the end they had to after the credits they had to show like, all of this is real. Please do not try this at home.
Yeah, please.
Like it's a Jackass movie or something like that.
There was one scene in particular that I thought hit pretty hard, where Tsukasa's about to kill Senku or something, and like it flashes back to when they were all friends.
Oh yeah,
or at the AU where he's there. Yeah,
that was kind of sad.
I came up with another edit mission for you. By the way, I really liked your Thanatos one that you made.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I spent the night at Julius's house and we came up with a list of things, just memes that I had to edit. So I've been editing just a lot of different memes.
So this one's kind of I don't know if this one's done before. If you look it up on fucking YouTube, you can probably find it. But I had the idea where I was watching the first opening. I just hi Sakai, good morning. I was just thinking,
it's pretty good impression.
Yeah, thank you. I was just thinking, what if you right before it's the SpongeBob intro. I was like, hi Sakai, good morning. I feel like that would work. You know.
I can now that you've started the intro, I'm thinking of like 10 more ideas.
I thought another reason why I thought introducing it with Taiju was so nice is A, because the emotional hook is a little more simple, and B, it makes us feel like we've known Senku longer as like a friend, kind of.
Right. Yeah.
And it then it gets really interesting when he's like in episode 5 we find out everything he did to unpetrify himself and shit, and that was cool.
I thought it was really interesting. I mean, obviously most likely impossible if the scenario were ever real, but I found it really interesting how Senku literally counts the seconds.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know, that just shows how smart he is.
Part of me kind of was like, I don't know, would you not go a little fucking insane doing that?
If you were real,
a little insane.
Like if that was real and you were actually genuinely awake, or if not awake, then just conscious during that. Imagine being conscious without sleeping.
Yeah.
For literally like 3,000, over 3,000
years. Move.
No, you can't. You'd just be staring there.
But then again, Senku's kind of like a very he's a very logical character, so like I don't think he would give a shit. He'd be like, I'll count for as long as I fucking want to.
Yeah. I really like how this sort of goes along the same lines as, you know, how they use real science in this, but I really like how like specific some of the facts, like I remember them talking about how Senku was going to use the North Star to navigate, but the North Star had shifted because of Earth's rotation. Cool. That was very interesting to me, and I really liked that.
I love all that shit. So the action in this show, it's it's very minimal, and the animation's kind of like just frame by frame, just kind of
right. Yeah,
like generic, but I think that's fine because that's not where the intrigue is. It's really all in the science and shit.
I think that that definitely works for this show because it's not supposed to be like a very actiony.
It's not a fight show. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Most definitely, it's a very not very peaceful show because there's talk of like you see Tsukasa like murder someone, but not really because they're stone. But
it's more of a strategic.
It's a very yeah. No, I thought it's a very interesting take. I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever really tried to do something along these same lines with like plot wise.
Just this super right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this.
I wonder if it's gonna get very fighty later on because that seems to be the extension of a lot of animes that I've seen where it's not very action. It's like, then we're gonna go to fucking. I mean, Dragon Ball used to literally be a fucking adventure show about finding magical balls, and then it became we're fucking throwing each other in the universes and shit. And we're fucking punching each other, and it's so punching each other so goddamn hard the galaxies are breaking. I mean,
I wouldn't mind like a little bit of that. Obviously, you know, the show wasn't really known for its action, but I mean, I wouldn't mind a little bit of action. You know, like to see just sort of how both sides, you know, fight the battle. But I mean, I don't necessarily want it to turn into like an all-out action anime.
I wouldn't mind if it kept the same standard of like animation action because honestly, the grand bout as like a tournament arc, it was still really
that worked. Yeah,
it was really entertaining. It really worked.
Yeah.
So I fucking love Dr. Stone, and frankly, I can't wait until the second season comes out. Is there any word on when it's supposed to come out?
I think it's rumored to. Well, I don't know with the coronavirus now, but before this, I think it was rumored to be in July.
Because
this year. That's true. You know, just sort of maybe the same time as this past year. If not, then you know.
Well, that'll be
not too far out.
I'll be very excited for that then.
It's very good. Speaking of Corona, though, I wanted to say just a little update on Evangelion 4.0. I'm calling it because I'm not saying the full name.
3.0 plus 1.0 plus million 10 billion%.
As of I in between a week or two ago, Evangelion 4.0 is still coming out at the same time. And the way that I know this is because Evangelion and Honda are doing a crossover. And they, on official Honda Japan websites, it still has the 4.0 release date as June 27th. So hopefully
that's great. That's good.
Yes, hopefully that does not change because it's been delayed since 2012. So
man, I just want to watch my fucking anime. Why do we have to shut all this down because of disease? Why can't people just go to work?
So, I have a little secret show that I watched.
Oh, I was actually wondering about this. Like, did Caiden watch like a secret show that I didn't know about?
I bet you were. Yes. So, let me tell you, this show it was a spin on a classic show that we all know and love, even though this came before the classic show. I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure OVA.
The OVA.
Yes. And let me tell you, have you seen it?
I have not.
This is a wild ride. This is like I don't really know how to explain it.
The OVA is an interpretation of the Battle in Egypt arc.
So okay, so the way that this works is they made the OVA in 1992, covering the second half of Stardust Crusaders, assuming that people already had read the first half, and then when they realized, people don't know about the first half, in 2000 they released a prequel that was the first half.
Oh,
so actually, the way that I think you're supposed to watch it is the one in 2000 and the one in 1992.
It'll be kind of jarring. It's like fucking 2000s animation. It's like 1990s.
Well, here's the thing with that. I absolutely despise the animation from the 2000 one because it looks fucking terrible in my opinion.
I saw some clips from the 1990s one. That one looks kind of good.
It does. It's not. No, I think, in my opinion, definitely the 1992 one was better.
I like the way they like drew Dio. Jotaro a little less so. He just looks like fucking Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star.
Dio is a fucking absolute badass in this.
He looks
dope.
I like his hair. I think his hair looks a little different. And I think I watched a scene, like the time stops kind of different, right? Like they don't do a bassy noise. He just kind of teleports, right?
No, he says,
or not teleport, but stop time.
It's kind of weird because a lot of Dio lines, like famous Dio lines, they're slightly changed. Like whenever Dio shouts the worlds, I watch dub, so in mine he doesn't say the world, he just says the world, but he screams it in like a dramatic way. And this Dio just sort of goes the world, and it sort of stops. One thing that I thought was very funny is in the end of the whole story. I'm just gonna say first half and second half. First half is 1992. Second half is 2000. But in the ends of the second half. Wait, no, I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. First half is 2000. Right. Second half is 1992. But in the end of the second half, instead of it being a road roller, as is infamous line, Rotorolada. This is probably the best line. He doesn't even scream it. He just lightly says it with no music. It's dead silent. He just goes, "An oil tanker for you." He just drops an oil tanker. Oh no! But I mean,
that makes more sense, I guess. But I still like the idea of Dio rolling by some construction site. Just, oh shit, what am I gonna crush Jotaro with? That's like, it's a fucking road roller.
That part actually was very good because it's I forget what it is in the original, or I guess this is the original, but in the anime that we all know and love. But I forget what happens in that part. But in the OVA, it's just Jotaro, and he's sitting still. There's no music. It's like dead silent, other than Jotaro's heartbeat and him talking for like 2 full minutes.
Yeah,
because
so they changed it.
Yes.
I watched the one from the 2010s anime a lot because that was one of my favorite scenes from that fight.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty much Dio's like fucking road roller, and he puts it on him, and then Jotaro's like, "Oh shit, I gotta punch this."
Yes.
And so he punched the shit out of it, and then Dio's like, "But I'm punching harder." Boom.
Yes.
But and then Jotaro comes back up. I'm back. I stopped. I moved. The street always wins. Yada yada. Yada.
Of course, the street always. But so in this, obviously, this is an older anime, and with some older animes, the voice acting is good in dub. This is not one of those animes.
Well, the 90s was not the greatest time for anime dubs.
Right. So everybody, in my opinion, not everyone, I think a lot of them sound very off, especially Dio, because Dio, I think in this, he's even more of a badass than he was in the original.
Right.
In the 2012 one.
That would be great. I don't think this would ever happen, but if you inserted the 2012 or whenever it came out, the voice actors into the 90s OVA, that might be super sick.
Well, Dio sounds like a complete nerd in this, but he just looks so badass and cool. You sort of overlook one or the other, either his looks or his voicing. But so with the characters, there's some very weird changes. Polnareff is a dick.
That sucks. Because
he's racist.
Oh shit! What the hell?
He's racist. I forget exactly what he said, but he essentially just made a racist comment about Japanese people.
Hey, well, Joseph.
Wait, what he said.
Joseph's a racist against.
Joseph did it too.
So it's all right.
So with Polnareff, obviously this is shorter. I think both OVAs combined, I think it's a total of 13 episodes.
Right.
I think that's correct. So obviously they have to cut some stands.
Yeah,
they sort of like it gets to be a monster of the week sort of show. With Polnareff, the way that he's introduced, I assume you remember the pervert monkey.
Yes.
How could anyone forget? Yes, strength. But so the way that Polnareff is introduced is Polnareff is aboard that ship.
Fucking pervert.
Yes. Well, no, he's not a pervert. And there's no little girl, so no one can be and there's no porn magazine. I don't think. Maybe there is. No, there is a porn magazine. Never mind.
Is there or is there not?
I think there is.
Hey, but, you gotta stay faithful to the source material.
You really do. But Polnareff, he's just sort of introduced, and then the fight between him and Abdal goes on. Join you guys.
Yeah.
I think that Jotaro's stand Star Platinum isn't really very well fleshed out in this, because in the original he's not even really that fleshed out either. It's just like, this is a guy and he's super strong and he can beat the shit out of anything.
Really hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in this, it's just like, he's here and there's literally no explanation. Here. It's just he is here. Obviously, there's the typical stand explanation because Joseph's like, these spirits will always be beside you. For that reason, we call them stands. But I mean, like, there's really no explanation behind what Star Platinum's abilities are. And the same thing goes whenever he acquires the world. It's just like, whoa.
Stop. Well, I think that's kind of what. I think they kind of had a BS reason for it in the 2010 anime too, because they were just kind of like, they're the same kind of stands, and therefore Star Platinum could stop time.
Right.
Okay.
What I thought was really funny is at one point, or 2 points actually. So you know how Joseph's stand can, he has the magic picture book.
Yes.
Stand,
the very vague.
Which also, that's made fun of a lot in this. They're just like, your stand's useless compared to mine.
Because I don't know what the fuck it does.
Exactly.
Other than take spirit pictures.
Take pictures and Indiana Jones thing. But in this, apparently Star Platinum has a zoom and enhance feature.
What?
And he uses it twice.
When they're in in an action movie, it's like enhance.
Yes, but it's just Star Platinum's view, and he zooms in. You see his eyes zoom in on the picture, and then he enhances it.
That doesn't even make him fucking. Did he have a really good eyesight?
I don't know.
Original one?
I don't know how it works.
This doesn't fucking work.
I don't know.
You might as well just fucking had some bullshit computer and be like, enhance.
He uses Starfinger, but I think it's different in the original one, because in this, he just pokes someone's, like, just a random person's eye out, from what I remember, because he's just mad at them.
Well, yeah, in the original one, his fingers just kind of elongate.
Yes. Yes. One change that I thought was very interesting was, you're familiar with, I think it's Justice, the big smoke monster thing?
Yeah,
the hotel?
The old lady's stand.
So in this, she's not an she is. So it's an old lady, but she takes over the body of a young lady, and everyone thinks that's the stand user. So in this, she can control dead bodies or whatever. So she controls the body of a dead, like, very young, attracted lady to, get Polnareff to
Polnareff, fucking slut.
Yeah, you idiot. But so she does that. Oh, also, might I add, they say 2 fuck words in this, which is very surprising to me, because I've never heard JoJo. I think they do subtitles, some in subbed, but in dubbed.
I don't even remember an F word being dropped. That's.
I think I saw one that Jotaro said to Kira in part 4. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, he probably did. I don't know. The shows. I think the JoJo anime is TV MA, so I don't.
Yeah,
know why they wouldn't use it.
I don't know, but one of them is used by Whole Horse. When the part where him and Polnareff are laughing very loud, and then they just suddenly stop. Yeah. Whole Horse looks up and he's like, "I'm fucking kill you," and so you sort of don't hear it. But with Justice Stan user, whenever she finds out that Polnareff killed her daughter, she's like, "I'll fucking kill you!" Oh, yeah, she says it in a very dramatic. I don't know. Maybe you can insert it in post if you can find it somewhere.
Sure. Julius, put it fucking here.
Yes, edit it, bitch. But no, it's very funny. It's meant to be a serious, like, sad, like, oh, my son's dead, but you just can't help but laugh at it because of how stupid she sounds.
A douchebag Jay Guile, or whatever his name is.
But I mean, in all honesty, I think the 2001 is worse than the 1992 one. I think the first half is worse than the second half. And I actually, even though there were some changes done, I did not mind the final battle at all. Oh, also,
that's good.
Jotaro's not as much of a dick in this. I think some of his personality was put into Polnareff because he's sort of nice to some people, and in the end, I don't remember what happens in the 2012 one, but in the end, when him and Joseph are parting ways with Polnareff, he actually starts crying in the airport.
Oh shit! No, I don't think he cried in the.
I think
it was the opposite. I think Polnareff was crying.
Yeah, well, they were all crying in the airport.
Nice.
But I mean, that's normally that would be like normal, but that's some big.
Yeah, Jotaro was certainly very much more straight laced.
Yes.
The 20 fuck one.
Yes.
No, but the Jotaro and Dio fight is like the best part of that entire.
Oh yeah.
Of Stardust Crusaders, so it was fitting that would be good.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I think, yeah, even though they did some changes to it, it's definitely like a good, unique spin. And I could probably see why they did some changes, most likely because budget cuts and time restraints, probably. Right. Is what I would assume. But no, I didn't mind it at all. And I think the final battle was, it was very good.
Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it to you so it's definitely different, and you might not like it near as much just because you watched the original.
Right, yeah.
But I definitely recommend it if you're just looking for something entertaining and short to watch. Because I don't think it's, at least the second half, I don't think it's bad. I mean, the first half, it has its flaws. Obviously it's going to have its flaws because it probably wasn't picked up by a very good production company.
Right.
And it was probably restrained. Restraint, is that a word? Restrained.
I think it's restrained.
Restrained, yes. Restrained.
Whoa.
But no, I mean, it's not horrible. In my opinion, I think the first half, the 2001, is like a 6 out of 10, but the second half is like a 6.57 out of 10. It's actually not genuinely awful like I expected it to be. One more issue that I had with it, though, in both parts, there's no real opening.
But so it just kind of throws you in.
Well, no, I mean like anime opening.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying.
So it doesn't really. There's a 4-minute cutscene in both of them with like PlayStation 2 music playing. Oh, by the way, both of these, I swear to God, look like a CW4Kids cartoon. that's the vibes that I got from it.
It was some 4Kids shit.
Yeah, but so in the 2001, the first half, I think it plays a cutscene which is actually pretty badass of the confrontation between Jonathan and Dio on the ship, whenever Dio takes over his body, and that's badass. Let me tell you.
Oh.
And then the 1992 one, they play. I think it's like the origins of the stone. It's like it's showing a sacrifice made by like Native Americans or something with the stone mask.
That was the very beginning of the JoJo manga. Was it's like the Aztecs or something, or like
but they play it in every episode, and in both of them, it's like 4.5 minutes long. So it's kind of grueling to watch every single time.
It's gratuitous. Just play it once.
No, it definitely is.
You're assuming the viewers have seen the first time.
Oh, also, don't watch this in front of your parents, because like just naked women everywhere.
Nice.
Dio's temple, you got him, and the openings, you got him.
Dio's harem.
Yes. I got a lot of Perfect Blue Akira type like vibes from like the vibe. You know how like and those like the blood splatters and everything, it's very like defined.
Older anime that's kind of violent. I don't know why it kind of fucking creeps me out for some reason. I don't know why.
No, I get what you're saying.
Anime now can be violent, like they can fucking chop a goddamn person's head off, and I'll just be like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, okay.
For some reason, really old like 80s or 90s animation where that shit happens is, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. But no, yeah, it wasn't awful. I'll say that.
Caiden, can I ask you what game you're playing right now?
I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5 at the current moment.
Nice. Have you been playing that since you got it?
Not like a ton. You know, it's just one of those things where I sort of play sometimes in the background, like I'm doing now, just driving around.
Right.
You know, not a whole lot.
Yeah. I kind of just wanted to talk about fucking video games real quick.
Oh, dude, I was absolutely planning on talking about, because I have a that I very much like to talk about.
Okay, me too, actually. I grabbed a couple over this quarantine arc.
I think we might talk about the same one.
The quarantine arc.
Yes.
So it was the day before my birthday. I purchased Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Of course. How has that been? I've heard a lot about that.
It's a very good game. I don't think it's a game you can always hop on and like want to play really bad and grind on.
Right.
But if you're everyone says it. It's a fucking chill ass game. You know, you just go around fishing and shit and develop your village. I haven't been playing it too much as of recently, but
I heard the soundtrack's very good.
Oh, the sound! I always play the soundtrack when I'm like reading and shit.
Yeah, because it's very like peaceful.
Shit. What's the game you wanted to talk about?
So, not last night, not the night before, but the night before that. You know, I'm a big fan of Moist Critical.
Yeah.
He did a 16.5 hour long stream, which is his longest stream ever.
Holy shit.
He said that he'd be staying up until he started streaming at noon in his time, which is around 11 in our time, and he thought he would be done by 10 in our time. He was done at 3:30.
Holy shit.
He decided to play through the vast majority. He did the beginning the day before, but the vast majority of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Dude, that was my fucking birthday. I asked my mom, "Can I get that shit?" Because here's the thing. So I started a few days ago on my Xbox. So I purchase Game Pass every now and then because it's fucking great. You get a lot of games.
There's some good games on here.
Like a very fairly cheap price. Not very like
yeah.
It's like
that's how I'm playing GTA right now.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why, but I got a Final Fantasy 15 is on Game Pass.
I've been seeing you've played that.
I got a sudden urge to play it.
Is it on Game Pass?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. Dude,
I'm gonna be playing this shit.
It.
Oh, I'll play this shit.
I don't think it's very popular with the Final Fantasy fans, but I actually really enjoy it. It's like 80 gigabytes big.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game ever, but this one piques my interest.
Before I played that one, neither did I, and I was perfectly fucking fine. This is my second playthrough of it. I'm kind of just going around and taking in a lot of side quests and all the other content. Because the first time I literally fucking ran through the story and I finished it so quick. But so I've just been kind of taking it in this time, and it's a really fun game. I think I have like 11 hours on.
Yeah.
Or 12. But no. So I started playing that, and then so I was planning on getting Resident Evil 3. I was planning on getting that because I fucking love Resident Evil 2.
Right.
That game. But then I heard the reviews for Resident Evil 3, and apparently that game's really fucking short.
I've heard it's not very good.
I don't want to buy a short game for $60. And every source I trust has said that it's okay. So like when it goes on sale, like maybe for like $30, and that's being a little generous, but maybe like $30, get it. But so that was kind of disappointing. But no, and then I found out like literally the next day Final Fantasy VII was coming out, so I was like, oh hell yes.
Yes.
I played the first chapter because it did something weird. So I got the game, and then it took a little while to install. It was like 13 gigabytes. I didn't even think about how small that was at first.
Oh, that's not very big. That game's massive.
So I wasn't thinking about it in the moment, but so I started I played the first chapter when it finally installed one night, and right after I beat the first chapter, it took me back to the main menu of the game, and I was like, this shit's still fucking installing, and it's at 5%, and I was like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
So it was a weird thing where because I thought it was completely done because it was supposed to be preloaded. So I looked in the notification section, and apparently it said ready to use and not installed.
Oh, okay.
So it said that there were actually 85 gigabytes in it.
Okay, there we go.
And then it told me that I had to wait like plus hours, but it didn't end up being that. I got it the very next day.
Yeah.
But okay, I fucking hate that it's a PS4 exclusive.
Dude, that's what
I hate console exclusives.
So I don't have a PlayStation 4, and I'm so mad because I watched the entire game. I know the entire story, and it's absolutely amazing, and I want to play it for myself.
Dude,
so fucking badly.
The first chapter alone is so fucking good, dude.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I've never played Final Fantasy VII before. This is the first time experiencing it. I don't think I could go to the original game after this one. Right. The original game kind of looks dated.
It's very like
crucify me for
Legend of Zelda type.
And I don't have a problem with dated. Yeah. I don't know. It'll just be weird to go back.
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
No, it's a very fun game though, and I'm really it's kind of weird. Right now, Final Fantasy 15 is kind of the game we're into, and it's like I'm listening to something in the background while I'm doing shit.
So you haven't finished you haven't finished
7?
Yes.
No, I've only played the very first chapter, and I haven't played since then.
I won't spoil anything for you,
Please, no.
It's so a lot of old Final Fantasy fans don't particularly like the ending, and I'm sure when you finish this game, we can definitely talk about it some more.
Okay, well, I actually read that this is not the last.
No, so
it's in sections, which is fucking insane. That's how huge it is.
It's 3 discs, and
I remember hearing this a long time ago.
Yeah, supposedly this one game only covers 15% of the original game.
Oh,
but it expands it so much.
I'm gonna have to make a fucking Final Fantasy VII savings account.
Dude, it's gonna come out a year apart, supposedly, which is also coincidentally, it's gonna take a year to become, to get ported to either Xbox or PC or Switch or all of them or whatever.
That fucking I hate console exclusives.
For a year. Fucking year.
That would be so fun to talk about it with you because so far the combat and everything is so fucking good. Because
I've seen
that's really all that I particularly play Final Fantasy for. Final Fantasy 15 story was okay. It was there's some cool moments in it, but I mainly just played it for the combat and shit and the levels and all that. So, but I'm actually excited to be invested in the story.
But dude, this game, this might sound kind of dumb because I haven't even played the game and I've only just seen, essentially like an entire live walkthrough. But this game, without even having played it, I can already tell it's like one of my favorite games. like of all time. It's so I've never played a Final Fantasy game before.
Yeah.
This is like literally my first time seeing it, and I just became very interested. But it's amazing.
I don't know if watching 7 has spoiled it for you, but if you want a little light teaser of kind of sort of like diluted what 7 is, then I think 15 would be a good start for you, because that was my rookie game. It's not the exact same.
Yeah.
It's actually very different in terms of combat and shit. When I started playing, it was kind of jarring, because I was like, oh fuck, new combat system shit.
Right. But no, it's just
playing the first chapter. It's fucking amazing. It's a spectacle.
I really can't wait. So I mean, even though I haven't played it, I know the entire story because I watched fucking 16 and a half hours of this. I stayed up until 3:30 watching this.
It felt like I was watching a fucking movie. Like the opening scene where it was
my god, dude,
it's amazing. Logo, I was like, oh, I haven't even played the original game. And I feel like I'm
and all the Final Fantasy fans, they've been waiting for this for forever, because apparently this was supposed to be a launch title for PlayStation 3, and they released the trailer back in like 2005.
I'm glad they did not do it then.
Thank God, dude. But no, it's amazing. It's a very good. Apparently, some fans don't like it, the ending, but I mean, I didn't mind it. It's not terrible. It's definitely not, from what I've read, it's definitely not the original.
I'd rather them expand on whatever they need to expand on and take a few years to make the whole game, rather than just kind of blow their load all in one game. Just kind of have a lot of depth.
Right.
But I'm glad to hear that you're interested in it, because that.
No, yeah. Even
I'm fucking excited to play it. I kind of want to go play it.
Oh yeah. Dude, when this all ends, I gotta go over to your house. I gotta hop on the PlayStation and watch this, dude.
Totally.
It's great.
Apparently, so I guess a lot of video games have been coming out. Like a lot of really, as everyone's been saying, like quality video games. Like I've seen Doom Eternal. I've seen a lot of people playing that. Persona 5 Royal came out.
Oh yes, that's
apparently it's like kind of a different game. It's like there's a lot of shit added to it apparently. But no, a lot of fucking shit.
Yes, it's a very it's surprisingly has been a very big past, I'd say 3 weeks to a month for gaming.
Oh yeah,
which is very surprising, because with Corona going on right now, one would think that it's not very. I accidentally just added a melon emoji.
I fucking saw that. I was like, what
the fuck? It's surprisingly, it's been a very big month for gaming with Corona going on right now. One would think that games wouldn't really come out very prominently, or that they wouldn't be too high quality. But no, I mean, all the games that I've heard about recently, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Persona Royal. It's all been great from what I've heard.
I also started playing a game, Call of Duty Warzone.
I've heard, yes.
It's free, and it takes up a shit ton of your storage, but I think it's actually really fun. It's a battle royale game.
Should I hop on with you? I've seen some of it.
It really depends on how much storage you can take, because for some fucking reason, the Call of Duty developers like to make. I mean, I honestly don't know if it's on purpose or if it's an accident. I know jack shit about any of that, but they make their games like so fucking big, like
Halo 5 big.
Yeah, like just an update.
120 gigabytes.
I think it's like 100 something, but like
that might not be happening.
It's not viable. It's not viable unless you have a fucking hard drive. No.
Actually, well, I was just gonna say I have a PC now, so I don't know if it's available on that and cross-platform or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it can cross-platform, but the one thing I like about this game, first of all, I have enjoyed a lot of Call of Duty games in the past.
Oh, not the melon emoji again.
I have enjoyed a lot of Call of Duty games in the past, so seeing that implemented into battle. Well, I don't like what they did with Blackout. It was kind of weird. It was the Call of Duty Black Ops. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 4, where they did one and there's like zombies in it, and I thought that was kind of a cool idea. But first of all, you actually have to fucking buy the game to get it, which is kind of bullshit.
Of course.
Oh, with Warzone, it's free, and it's an extension of Modern Warfare, which is also a pretty good game, except one fucking sniper mission that made me want to fucking kill myself. I fucking hate sniper missions, but anyways, The one thing about Warzone that I actually really like is this mechanic called the Gulag.
The Gulag, yes.
Where
I've heard about this.
If you die, you get a second shot chance of redemption.
And you gotta be really good with a pistol.
Well, sometimes they'll give you a fucking shotgun. And and you have to win in a 1v1 to get back in the game. And that just made... Because the thing about it is, first of all, Fortnite, there's such a big ceiling that I just don't feel like I could ever get back into. Like, I feel like every person I stumble onto, even the fucking 7-year-old,
they're just gods.
They're build gods.
Like, I know.
Like, dude,
I don't understand
Fortnite. I was playing Fortnite with my brother and his friends, and one of their fucking I forgot how old they were. It's like a 6-year-old brother was fucking like killing me. I killed him a couple times, but no, he was.
That's how it was last time I played Fortnite, like a year and a half ago.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, yeah, the ceiling's so high. And also, one thing I hate about that game is you just die, and that's it. Like,
yeah, and it's over. Like, all the work that you put in is just done.
Not so much with Fortnite because your squad mates can revive you, but more so in like a PUBG. Like, you can't fucking come back. Like, it's back to the fucking lobby, and it's like, I just spent 40 minutes playing that goddamn game, and now trash. So yeah, I like Warzone for that. I haven't been playing much as of recently.
Yeah. Well, interesting.
So I actually almost completely forgot about this. I actually watched a film. Was it last night or I don't remember. No, it was the night before. I watched The Invisible Man.
I've heard about this.
Spooky. It's pretty good.
From what I've heard, I don't know. The plot behind the actual Invisible Man suit, it's kind of wacky, but I guess he is like rich, so he can do whatever he wants.
He's very rich. I thought that was a little cheesy that how that whole thing was. He's like very rich and he had developed an invisible suit. But the whole idea, is like he's basically manipulating or like stalking her without her even knowing it because he faked his death or some shit.
And why does he do that?
Okay, so you don't care about.
No,
I think it's like the first 40 minutes of the movie or some shit that this all happened.
Yeah.
So the very beginning of the movie is her like escaping his house. Which is, like,
because he's abusive.
He's very abusive. She escapes and he fucking runs up, and the last thing she sees of him is him running from the fucking forest from behind his house, and him coming to punch the window of the girl who's driving her away, and he's like, "You motherfucker, get out of the fucking car!"
Of course.
And then she like goes to a friend's house and lives there, and then it fucking turns out that he died.
Committed suicide, quote unquote.
Yeah. And they did there's a picture of him like laying out there with his head leaking blood. And it kind of reminded me of the fucking scene. Do you remember Breaking Bad? Whenever they had, I forgot who it was, like Jesse or someone, like someone faked their suicide and they had like fucking blood everywhere on the. It reminded me of that. But no, so basically that invisible suit technology is kind of foreshadowed earlier in the film. He has like a lab where there's a bunch of tech and shit.
Right.
And he basically comes back and fucks with her life in an invisible suit.
As one would do in any scenario.
There were some genuinely tense scenes in it. Like the horror of just like, it could be anywhere. And they didn't do it so much as later where they kind of CGI'd the invisible suit. It's kind of blackish, and it didn't look the greatest. But earlier on, when it's like the genuine fear of walking around and you don't see anything, that is crazy.
Dude, the idea of it sounds genuinely fucking scary.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone's fucking stalking you. You can't even see. Yeah.
Right.
It was a pretty smart movie. It had some smart ideas and twists.
Yeah.
Overall, I thought it was like a 7. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, I also watched a movie, Julius. I might have told you it was a while ago, so I might not get all the details correct. But I watched what's known as the highest-grossing anime film of all time now.
Dude, I completely fucking forgot about that. I was gonna watch that. Shit.
That's all right. So, do we want to save this for next episode? We totally could.
I think we should save it.
All right, let's save it.
Let me write it down on my fucking notes and pin it this time so I don't fucking forget. God damn it.
I'm not even going to say the name.
You're not
maybe we can edit this out or whatever.
You're not gonna say the name. You're not gonna say the name.
Well, I said the highest grossing anime film of all. Yeah, just edit it out. Well, you know what? While we're at it, I didn't only watch a new movie. I watched a new show, or I'm starting on a new. I've just with the coronavirus, you really just have so much time,
so much freedom,
so much, yeah. And I have literally nothing to do all day.
Right.
So I watched Dr. Stone, and then the JoJo OVA, and I've started a new show. I'm a little under halfway into its second season, which is the last season as of right now. A show called Noragami.
Oh yeah. Isn't that the show where like he's a demigod or a god or something?
So it's a show about this guy named Yato, and he's a god, but like he has no followers and he has no shrine, so he's like unknown. And so basically he's just walking one day because the way that he gets his word out, he represents him. He shows himself as a delivery, and so he just like graffitis all over walls with this phone number for odd jobs. And so one day he's about to cross the street, and somehow this girl sees him, and people are really not supposed to see him, like mortal, like living people are really not supposed to see him.
Yeah.
And her name's Hiyori. And so he crosses the street, and Hiyori thinks he's about to get hit by a bus, but he can dodge and evade. He's not going to get hit by a bus. So Hiyori rescues him and just pushes him out of the way, but she herself gets hit by the bus. And miraculously, she comes out with no damage. How did this happen?
How?
Well, her soul was split from her physical body, and so now her physical body falls asleep somewhat often. And so her soul manifests itself as a stand. No, I'm just kidding. Her soul manifests itself in a physical form, similar to Yato's, where no, human or mortal or anything can see her. Except she has a cattail in this form. And that cattail is not really a tail. It's the link between her soul and her body. And if it gets severed, then she'll die. But basically, Yato, every god has what's referred to as a regalia, which is like their weapon.
That's the name of the car in Final Fantasy.
Yes, that's that card's in Forza. You can drive it in the monster truck car. But every god has a regalia, which is like their own personal weapon. And what gods do is they grant the wishes of humans. And they receive money a lot of times from doing this. Or they kill what's called phantoms. And phantoms are essentially just bad vibes, but in physical form. And that's what most of the time causes, any bad traits, greed or hate, and that's the reason why people commit suicide, essentially. And so it's all about this journey through this world, and Hiyori's in it now, and it's there's war between gods and that sort of thing, and it's very good. And at first it seems like sort of just one of those animes, but it's deep, and
I might watch it then, because
it's not very long.
I don't think it's been a long time since like season 2, right?
Yeah, so
2016 or something. I don't know.
The season 2 came out in 2015. Season 1 came out in 2014. However, they haven't confirmed or denied a season 3, and a lot of people think that the reason why it hasn't been made is because the manga artists, the writers, they took a long break in between season 2 and 3. And I want to say, hold on just a second, let me look this up.
Only thing I fucking know about the show is there's a banger ass opening in the second.
Oh, dude, the second opening, it's a banger. Let me tell you.
I've listened to it several times.
It was supposedly it came back in June 6th of 2018, maybe. Don't take my word for that. But so a lot of people think the reason why season 3 hasn't come out is because they also took a hiatus for the show. So hopefully that is the case, and season 3 rolls out soon. I mean, if they haven't Yeah, if they haven't denied it by now, I would think that it's probably still going to come. I don't think they would ever just completely forget about it, because it's not like Soul Eater, where it wasn't like super popular when it came out. And so they never did anything with it, and it was sort of forgotten about.
I was considering checking out Soul Eater because I thought the episodes I watched were pretty good, and it's animated by Bones, who's made some of my favorite anime.
I think they make this too.
Oh,
I think they make Noragami. Noragami it's similar to Soul Eater without a doubt. Not necessarily, but like the action, sort of how it's shown.
Also similar to Soul Eater in that Soul Eater also has a banger at
dude, both of the openings for Soul Eater, the second one in particular, they're absolute bangers. But Soul Eater it's a little bit longer. Soul Eater's 51 episodes. This Noragami season 1 is 12 and season 2 is 13. But with both seasons, they have an OVA that was made sort of as like a little bit of filler, roughly around the middle of it, and an OVA that's made a year after the season ends.
Oh, so they can, they could probably still come back and make some shit.
I don't doubt it. Yeah, I'm sure it'll probably come back.
So wait, how many more episodes of Noragami would you say you have?
Let me count actually. Including the OVAs, 7, I believe.
Okay, so I recently I've been showing my little brother a lot of the anime that I've watched. Dude, I rewatched One Punch Man. Go fucking watch it on Netflix. It's so good. It's only about 12 episodes long. We binged that shit in like.
Isn't there season 2 now?
Over the course of 3 days. There's a season 2. I've only seen a couple episodes. Season 2's not the greatest, and I wouldn't be.
I know what you mean.
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone who really loved the first season. Instead, I'd recommend you go read. It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But no, season 1's only 12 episodes long. Or season 1's only 12 episodes long. So I'd seriously recommend you go watch.
Okay, interesting. Well, I tried watching the first episode, and I couldn't get into it a whole lot. The only thing I remember was just giant crab man, and what's his name just sort of goes berserk.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard from a lot of people, because season 1's been out for a while, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, since like 2015, I want to say.
Oh, so that is pretty. So hey, if there's hope for that, then maybe
there was a big gap, and then everyone was kind of disappointed with the quality of season 2.
Right.
It feels like season 2 just feels like a completely different.
Yeah, but from what I've heard about it, it's about this guy who's just depressed because he kills everybody with one punch.
He's too powerful.
He's too powerful.
But there's also a lot of other characters that are really deep in it.
Yeah, it sort of seems like, to me, and I might be mistaken, I might just sort of be judging at face value, and I'm sorry if I am, but it sort of seems to me somewhat like My Hero Academia before My Hero Academia. Sort of. I mean, just with like all the superpowers.
It has a kind of similar system.
Yeah.
But My Hero Academia is very much a typical shonen anime, whereas Punch Man is like, it's kind of different, like the way it's just structured and stuff. Well, obviously you like still have fight, but it's just different the way they introduce each fight and like the way that each of them plays out. And dude, if you really want action in a show, like this show has some of the best fucking fight scenes I've
That's what I've heard. I've heard the fight scenes are very good.
They're fucking phenomenal, which is why season 2 is such a letdown for me, because the fight scenes are only okay in that one.
Right.
I'd almost rather them be bad than okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll check it out when I'm done with Noragami. But
yeah.
If you're looking
coronavirus.
If you're looking for a show to watch, Noragami is most definitely Noragami is somewhat like Soul Eater but condensed a little bit. Like, I don't know, because like with Soul Eater there's a lot of character, like a fuck ton of character development.
Well, every anime you've recommended is good.
Yeah, but I mean Soul Eater's a little bit longer. So
yeah.
if you wanted to watch both of them, I'd recommend Noragami and then do whatever you want to do. But no, both of those are definitely phenomenal. I think Noragami is probably better than Soul Eater. But no, both of those are definitely very, very good anime. They're shonen, but like
little different. Yeah, I understand. They subvert things a little.
Yeah, but no, they're both excellent animes. Actually, Soul Eater, I've known about Soul Eater for a long time, and
that was the first anime you watched, right?
It was. So it was a joke between all of my 5th grade friends because we all heard about Soul Eater. And at that time, anime was just sort of like, whoa, what's that? Like a foreign kind of media.
Yeah, which
I guess it literally is a foreign kind of media, but it seemed like otherworldly.
Yeah.
And but it was all sort of a joke between us because one day we watched the first episode, and the first episode, it's about a witch who turns into a cat, and she just shoves her boobs in guys' faces, essentially. Right. That's what she does. And so that was always just a joke between us. And like years later, I remember like, hey, I remember watching this, and I've heard this is actually somewhat good. So I watched it, and it was very good. It has a sad ending.
I've heard a lot of things about the end, not any detail.
Well, I mean, and not sad like, oh, this sucks, all the characters died, but sad like, oh man, this has ended and the characters sort of parting ways or, doing their own thing now. I'm gonna mute myself because I got a cough.
Here we go, boys. The episode ritual where Caiden coughed off of the mic.
There we go. It's been done.
I'm gonna edit some fucking explosion shit in.
Please do. Edit the Seth Rogen laugh. But no, they're both definitely very good anime. But I'm really liking Noragami as and I don't want it to end. So I'm gonna do the thing that I always do with anime, where I end up watching like one episode a month, in an effort to try and space it out. But,
yeah.
No, both of those are very good options. Yeah. I don't know. We were going to talk about the movie, or I was going to, but if we could, we're going to wait because
I want to watch it because you said you thought I really liked it.
It's excellent. That initially first stage and Evangelion and end of Evangelion, those are the only things I've ever ranked a 10 out of 10.
Dang.
And I very much see why Your Name, I just said it, whatever. I very much see why Your Name is the highest grossing anime film of all time.
I think people can put the pieces together.
It's beautiful. It honestly is. And it has a sad ending. But as is with all anime movies, I suppose, because it's anime movies, and all anime are supposed to be like, long and character development-ish, but there's only so much you can do with that 2 hours.
Yeah.
But
I had to have our every episode we bring up Evangelion thing. Dude, End of Evangelion is one of those movies where I don't realize that until like 2 hours after watching the movie, but that is a 10 out of 10. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. So I watched it actually. I got one of my friends to watch both Dr. Stone and Evangelion, and I got another one to watch Evangelion. And with the one who watched Dr. Stone and Evangelion, we did that Netflix party thing. I don't know if you heard about that.
The Netflix party? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Dude, we should totally fucking do that.
Dude, absolutely. But we both watched the End of Evangelion on that. And, like, just having watched that, even without watching the show, it's objectively a very good movie.
Oh, yeah.
And all of my friends that have watched it, they all have the same. At first, it's like, man, it's kind of boring. It's just a mecha anime. And I'm like, just settle in. I know it's boring right now. And then they get to episode like 16. They're like, Jesus Christ, what the hell is that?
You gotta give it a minute to start.
And then they get to End of Evangelion, and they're just going insane. I'm like, they always come back, and they always say the same thing. Yep, that's Evangelion for you.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. I still can't believe that someone made this.
So human hands made this.
Dude, Hideaki, I don't know.
Every time I think back to the movie, it's like thinking about when I think about the movie, I always think about flashing images.
Yes,
like flashing images of different things that I
always think about very quick flashing images, and I always think every single time I always think about the scene where it's in the empty movie theater or the movie theater with all the people.
Because I remember just having such a visceral reaction to that the first time.
That grabs you, dude. But yeah. There's our Evangelion talk for the episode.
Yeah, we had to jerk off Evangelion.
We gotta do it every time.
So
let's yeah, I don't know. I'm out of topics.
Fucking episode.
Yes. You want to wrap?
Yeah, let's wrap.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode.
Caesar salad wrap.
If you enjoyed it, settle in, because I guess now we're doing an episode a month, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say we're gonna maintain that schedule.
Yes. Yeah, dude, that seems pretty safe as of right now.
Twice a month, it just seems like we kind of run out of shit to talk about.
Yeah, especially now.
Like I can't imagine running a week-to-week podcast. Like I could never do that shit.
No, that must be so hard for people who do that right now. Listening to the Weekly Planet, the podcast that got it all started.
Yeah.
I was listening to them, and they were talking about how it's just so hard, to come up with topics. Oh, one thing I did want to talk about is a lot of movies got pushed back. So I don't know. Maybe we can talk about those dates once all of them are officially announced, because some of them are, but a lot of them.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea, because I always like seeing what fucking movies are gonna come out in the future, because they always have so much shit.
Yeah, there's always so much. Also, Ezra Miller might not be playing Flash anymore because he beat up on camera.
Oh my, okay, we could talk about that. Have you seen the fucking video?
Dude, it's insane. It's absolutely crazy.
Like the lady literally just comes up to him. Them.
You want to fight? You want to fight? But you can't tell if they're.
I think Ezra Miller goes by they them. Sure, I think someone on Twitter said that, but I think they go by they them. But like she walks up to them, and then they're just like, it looks like it's a joke at first.
It does.
Like it looks like
they're play fighting.
But then it's like they fucking slam her to the ground, and it gets
and
then they're like, oh shit, stop recording, and it's like, oh
yeah, that's
not good.
Cool. I don't know if they're gonna play Flash anymore.
That sucks. I kind of like them as the Flash.
Yeah, no, I think they're very good. But no, yeah. Dude, there we go. We're out of topics now. Oh,
wait,
maybe not.
have you ever listened to Bob Dylan? Or you've heard like a Bob Dylan song?
I've listened to Bob Dylan, yes.
Okay, I want to send you this fucking video that I got recommended.
Uh-oh.
So there is this channel that takes they use some kind of program to like synthesize someone's voice and make it read shit.
Yeah.
So are you familiar with the Navy SEAL copy pasta?
Yes. I graduated top of my class.
Yeah. I can kill you in 400 million different ways.
Yeah.
Shit.
Uh-oh. He's lost it.
Oh no, I'll just send it to you on.
Oh, I just pulled off the craziest stunt in GTA.
Whoa.
I know. Crazy. GTA funny moments. Fanos gaming.
GTA funny moment. Also, have you ever seen the fucking fan dubs of Sonic?
The fan dubs of Sonic?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well, are you at least familiar with the meme where I have an announcement on my Twitter.com, Shadow the Hedgehog's bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was watching that shit.
I've been getting really into all the Shadow the Hedgehog dams. Damn. Yeah.
He's fucking dark, dude. Like
he is. I don't know how that's allowed.
Dude, and like he's racist. He's a self-hating racist. He's like,
yeah, that's right.
Black creatures.
Disgusting black creatures. Get out of my sight.
Just because you got a little red on you doesn't mean
bit of red.
Some kind of superior being or some shit. What are you?
I wanted to make. I have another edit that I wanted to something along the lines of the Final Fantasy VII remake, like the opening. And you know when Cloud, like, he jumps off the train, he lands, and it's like, ooh, superhero land. I wanted to make... Are you familiar with the Kingdom Hearts? I think it's 3, where Donald Duck has a gun.
What?
You haven't seen this.
I have not seen that.
In the Kingdom, look up Donald Duck with a gun. In the Kingdom Hearts trailer, Donald Duck, I kid you not, is holding a handgun sideways like he's a gangster, and he's just pointing it.
Kingdom Hearts.
And it's amazing.
Donald gun? He has a fucking gun.
Yeah, Donald Duck with a gun. He just has a handgun, like a pistol. And it's so good. It's amazing.
God. What the fuck?
It's so good. Right? It's amazing.
Like, they all have fucking keyblades and shit.
And then he's just there with a gun, just a pistol.
I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's a pretty good game.
I've heard Kingdom Hearts 3 is terrible.
Oh.
From what I've... Not to disregard your...
No, I know.
What I've heard.
No, I played, like, the first 20 minutes, and you play in, like, Hercules World, and it's like, oh, this is kind of cool.
I think that's the one... Kingdom Hearts is the one where they go through all the timelines.
Yeah, the Disney worlds and shit. Like,
I've
heard people try to explain the Kingdom Hearts story, and it sounds confusing as fuck. Like, there's so many different concepts.
I never knew until, like, 2 days ago that Kingdom Hearts is a spin-off of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, because apparently Cloud and Sephiroth are in it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, by the way, you're gonna get really fucking confused by Sephiroth.
Oh, remake. I'm sure.
I'll explain it to you because I watched an IGN video, so I'm basically an expert.
Oh, big boy over here.
Yes.
Big boy.
Did you ever find that video, or do you want to?
Oh, I sent it to you.
Oh, I don't have my phone.
I'm gonna link it. Oh, you don't? Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
God damn it! I have to get the fucking link.
Nice.
Type this shit out. Hold on. Let's type it.
Do you want me to watch this live? My live reaction to this? Oh, Julius is gone now. Here's the daily the podcast segment where Julius leaves and he's just dead silent, and I have to do some commentary over it. And I can never tell if it's edited out or not. Uh-oh, here it is. All right, do you want me to do a live reaction to
that? What?
Do you want me to do live reaction to this?
Yeah, sure.
All right. let me listen.
It's so good.
Well, the fucking you just fucking worry about me, little bitch. I'll have you not, baby. Have all my class in the Navy SEALs. And I've been involved in numerous secret reasons.
Does this actually sound like him?
Dude.
Oh.
And this person did the Navy SEAL copy pasta with so many different people's voices. He did
nice.
Barack Obama. George Bush. Who else did he do? He did Alex Jones.
Oh, that's the best one.
What the fuck did you just say to me, you little bitch?
Yeah, Jamie, put that up on screen.
Yeah. he did Donald Trump Darth Plagueis monologue.
Oh god. This guy's great.
Man, have you heard the tragic tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
That video is awesome.
He was a really nice guy, the best guy ever.
It's not a story the Jedi would tell you.
That's a fucking it's not a story the liberal media would tell you. that was a terrible Donald Trump impression.
Well, all right.
Yeah, we are 10 billion% done with this podcast.
Yeah, this is Senku. Oh, one thing I wanna ask with Senku, what does he say when he's what's his signature catchphrase?
He has
the one that's not 10 billion.
This is exhilarating.
Oh my god, that's so much worse. In the dub, he says "get excited."
Get excited. What is?
He says "get excited," and it's great. It's amazing when he says it.
That's the thing. Sometimes dubs make weird ass choices.
Yeah.
Sometimes they improve off of this.
They're just weird.
Get excited.
Yep. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to the Misfortune Podcast.
As always.
We will see you next month. Here back in the same place.
Yeah. Let's fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go. All right, goodbye. Hold on, I have to type in the command for Craig delete.